Hey guys, what is up? Jack here, bringing you another mod spotlight. So today we are going to be going over the instant houses mod, and it also brings instead of houses, just a bunch of different new structures that you can add to your single player world or your multiplayer world. I'm pretty sure it's SMP. So anyway, we're just gonna jump right into it. So the first thing that I want to go over with you is the instant structures that it adds. It adds a Nether House, instant house, a tower, an armory, a barn, a giant castle actually, and a farm, and also a water base. So we'll get into crafting these, but also some new blocks that it adds that you're going to need for crafting. Mostly the barn is some hay, metal sheets, red planks, and white planks, as you can see I use for my little setup. And then some instant spawners that it has is a zombie spawner and a instant skeleton spawner. So we're going to be getting into the instant structures. So we'll just start out with the regular V3 house. Now these are all crafted very differently, so just got to pay attention. This is 4 oak wood planks. You need 1 bed, a block of iron, 2 oak wood, and some seeds. And then you're just going to come over here, put it in the ground. That's what I suggest, and right click, and then you'll get your own structure. So right here we have our house. It's actually a really nice house. And then we're just gonna walk inside. Right here we have a nice little area for cooking. You have a little library back here. You have some chests for storing things, and then you have an upstairs area with your bed, and you also have a nice balcony out here. And then lastly, down here you have your own little basement. So it's a really nice, well-built house. And then you can have a little farm, and it also gives you some glowstone, which is just awesome in my opinion. So that was the regular house mod. I mean the house V3. So that was that, and next we're going to be going over the instant tower. So if you want to add to your little house, or it's actually kind of big, but we'll just come over here, add a little tower. Right over here, you should right click it, and then it'll just lag for just a tiny little bit, and this will create a giant tower for you. Now to craft this, you just need some stone in the corners, some stone bricks, redstone on the bottom, a block of iron, and a bow. So these are all not that difficult to craft actually for what you get in return. So I'll just fly up here. This is a nice lookout tower. So, and also it gives you some arrows, which weren't even part of the crafting recipe, but bow was, so that's always good, and you could just snipe out of here. And this is also good for what I'm going to be showing you next, which is the castle. If you want to add this to your castle, you could put this like on top of the castle. I'll try that. Haven't really tried it yet, so if we just go over here to the castle. Now you get a lot for what you have to give in. So what I mean by that is you only really have to give 4 stone bricks, 2 oak wood planks, a redstone, a block of iron, and some glowstone, and you're gonna get this huge structure, which is just amazing. If you want to like show it off to your friends, be like, hey, I built this. I mean, you could do that. That'd be pretty cool. But then spawn inside. That's how big it is. But if we just come out here, you can see the massive size of it. I mean, compared to like giant castles that like pro builders build, I mean, it's not really that great, but it is good if you just want to be like, I'm the king and everything. And there's also an upstairs area where you can, I was saying, we can put the tower, we could try it. And then this area up here, and you could add like archers on these different towers. So I'll try to add the instant tower up here. So it's going to go like that way. Maybe if I put it right here. Not sure what's going to happen. Yeah, so it did work. I added another tower up here. It kind of got a little demented into the side, but you can just work with it, and you can have a tower shooting right out of there, and you can modify it to your liking. So the next thing, the next structure that we're going to be going over is, so we did these. We'll just grab the rest of them that we didn't do yet. All of these. We'll save the water base for last because that one's kind of cool. I always like underwater bases. But we'll go over the instant armory right now. So like this kind of all goes together. If you want to have an armory, such as like right next to your castle, you plop it down, and you have yourself a nice little armory that is actually going into the castle. I mean, it kind of looks a little bit natural. It's like shooting out. But to craft this, you are going to need 4 stone bricks, such as the castle. You're going to need a lava bucket, some redstone, furnace, and some bricks. And then if you just go over here, it gives you an automatic iron sword if you're looking for that. And then it gives you a nice little place to smelt all your different items, a chest to store all your goods, and a nice little thing over here if you want to like bang on your sword over here and repair it. And the one thing that I would add to this is definitely an anvil if you want to repair your things. But I'm not sure why it doesn't have it. It just doesn't. And up here it has a nice little just chimney. So next we have an instant barn, which uses a whole bunch of new blocks, as I said earlier. We have red planks, metal sheets, white planks, and hay. So to craft metal sheets, come on. Alright, let me see if I can get the crafting recipe of metal sheets. If we just go back over here, if we go over here into the, no, not the instant spawners, the new blocks, I grab them, put them in my inventory. So to get white planks, you're going to need bone meal, a piece of oak wood. Red planks, same exact thing, except oak wood and rose red. And I don't want green wool. And metal sheets is just 4 iron ingots. And then last but not least, hay is just sticks all over in the crafting table. So now that you know how to craft that, you'll understand how to craft the barn with just all those new items and a block of iron in the center. So we'll place that over here. This could be like a part of a little village that you have branching off from your castle over there. Put this in the ground, right click, gives us a nice barn with a nice area to plant different crops. We have a nice little thing where it probably stores all the crap. I mean, that's what they're basically used for. And then over here we have all the different new blocks. We have the hay sheets, the metal sheets up top. We have the red planks and the white planks. And then inside up here we have the hay. And then occasionally it will give you a duck. Last time I did, I actually got a duck in there. But it will give you some automatic wheat and an iron hoe. And for some reason this one also gives you an anvil. I don't know if that just got confused with the armory or what. Maybe to repair your iron hoe. I'm not really too sure. So next we're going to be going over the farm, which goes right along with the barn. We can put it right in the back over here. So the farm is just some fencing, a wooden hoe, water bucket, some seeds, and some dirt. So you just plop that down, right click, and it'll go this way apparently. But it'll give you a nice little farm that's kind of intersecting with this, but that's okay. It gives you a nice little instant farm if you're just looking for a quick farm that you don't want to make yourself. It's kind of perfect. You don't really get too much for what you have to put in for it, but I mean it's quick, easy, and then you're done with it. So next we'll go into the Nether House. So for the Nether House you're going to need some obsidian. It's probably the hardest thing you're going to need to get. Some lava buckets, some butter ingots on the side, butter, and then you got a block of iron and some flint and steel. So we're going to plop that down right here. It's not too big whatsoever. And then for some reason, whenever I do this, this block turns into, it looks like a hay block. I'm not really sure why. So it gives you some instant nether brick. If I can find the entrance, here it is. Kind of walk right around it, and the sand got in the way, but it normally will activate it. Like say I put it down right over here, it'll automatically, that's kind of running into that one. Screw you! Alright, let's go all the way over here. Hopefully. Is this a winner? Yep. It'll activate it for you. You just got a nice little room. You can add some doors if you want to. And if you want to plop in the nether. And then it won't do the same thing. In the nether, this I actually just created as I was testing it out. But you could plop one of these in the nether as well. And it'll just be like a little nice area where you can come out and be safe from all those gas and pigmen and all them. So, oh god, where am I? Hello? Hello? Alright, well, I spawned totally not where I wanted to. Let's turn off this rain. See if I can find my way back. Alright, I'm gonna go find my way back to my little camp, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I found out my area. It wasn't really that far away, but I just noticed how cool it looks from an aerial view. So you had some, like, roads and everything. That would be really awesome. So where were we? We were over here with those stupid nether things that just decided to combine together, and then we have that good one over there. So with the barn, we did that. We are into the instant water base. So let's go over here. Oh my god. I didn't do that. It's actually a real not a jungle temple. That's a desert temple. I'll examine that later. But anyway, if you just jump in here, this works good for ocean biomes and just down here. Squids. Stupid squids. So if you just right click, put that in the ground, and let's get inside, and then I will show you how to craft it. So it gives you a nice door. It's made out of glass, so you can see what your surroundings are. So it seems as though we ran into some sand, but this is actually my favorite. It's really nice to live underground, and it's really difficult to build a base that's actually underground. I mean, under the water. So I just thought this was a nice, easy way to do it for you. You get a nice fireplace, you get a bed, you get a chest, you get everything that you really need. You could branch off and go mining down there, or whatever the heck you want to do. So anyway, this is how you craft it. 4 stone bricks, 1 piece of glowstone, 2 oak wood planks, some redstone, and a block of iron. So yeah, that's really it for the houses. So if I just jump back out here, see if I can find my way. Hello? Oh, there we go. Back to the little village area that I created. I was just messing around with. So now we'll go into the instant spawners. So right in here, I can just throw some of this stuff away. There's only 2 instant spawners that I add so far. I think he plans on adding different like creeper spawners and all that, and all the other different mobs. But instant spawner skeleton, and this is just iron bars around rotten flesh. And then I believe it is almost the same thing, but it said it's a bone. And it's kind of weird actually, because the skeleton spawner you use rotten flesh, but for the zombie spawner you use a bone. It just seems kind of opposite in my opinion. But anyway, same exact stuff. You just put it down, right click, and it'll give you a little spawner. You get a chest to store all your goods that you get. And in here they can either drop down. I mean, it's not like it's gonna drop down and kill them all for you. You can go in here and get some XP. It gives you a instant spawner, which is good in my opinion if you want to get some quick XP. And it's generally the same thing with the zombie one. See, it's the same exact structure. Everything's good, except inside you have the zombie spawner. So yeah, that's basically it for my mod spotlight today on the instant structures mod. So be sure to check that out. The link will be in the description below. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And as always, my name is Jack, and I will see you guys.